Alright everyone, here's a very exciting announcement. Now keep in mind, I'm only about 1,200 subscribers away from being the first person on Bitchute as a platform to hit 100,000. Apparently we will be getting silver awards for that, so I think InfoWars is likely to be the second to hit that threshold, although Black Pigeon Speaks isn't that far behind them. I think Sargon and Tim Pool and Cullen and a few others are getting up there as well. I want that award. I definitely want the first one because it'll be, extra special. It'd be funny to be on the forefront, but Bitchute is now, at long last, getting a new search feature. Now, Bitchute, also get BitSlide if you're on a smartphone, because apparently that's way better than using, the website itself in the standalone sense. Link in the description to my Bitchute channel. I ask you to subscribe. Second link will be to BitSlide for you smartphone users. Everyone's universally been saying that it's great and sometimes thanking me for turning them on to it. It makes Bitchute, I guess, a better experience again as a non-smartphone Luddite. Can't do much about it. But the new search feature, and I've already looked at it, it's going to be rolled out fairly soon for everyone. Right now it's only available for people that support the site on Subscribestar. They've got like, the silver plan or the gold plan or something. By the way, in full disclosure, I am a gold supporter of Bitchute. I am giving them money each month. It's funny because I had one person claiming that they were giving me money to use the site. It's the opposite. I give them money because I care. And I doubled the support when the hit piece was made on them by, what was it, the ADL or SPLC or one of those groups. Because I'm like, oh, you've convinced me that the site must be worth using if you're comparing them to Hitler, so keeping that in mind as well. The search feature is still, I guess, processing all the videos that it has to index, or something nerdy, something techie that I don't fully understand, but it's better. The format at the moment is kind of spare. It reminds me maybe of like 2008 YouTube, actually, a little bit, which makes sense. But it's much more refined. What we're seeing with alt tech is that the number of services and their ability to work is rapidly increasing. And I think Bitchute's up towards the point where it's going to be improving its infrastructure anyway. I think they're planning to do that if they hit 85% of their funding goal. Well, they're at 82% right now. When this year began, it was like, what, 20% or something? And the amount of growth on the site has been tremendous. And trust, one of the reasons I plug it so often, it benefits me. Hell, I've almost got 100,000 people following me on the site, and if I compare the engagement, if I look at the subscriber total versus YouTube, and then I look at the amount of engagement on the exclusive videos and compare it to YouTube, if I adjust for a ratio, the engagement's not that different from YouTube, to tell the truth. And if it gets a new search feature and has a working app, and its own commenting platform, it's basically got everything YouTube's got at that point. It's basically the free speech version of the same thing. That's exciting to me. It's exciting to colonize a new platform, number one. I'm very ambitious. I'm goal-oriented, number two. And number three, I support free speech unabashedly and completely. No, I don't care if that speech is obscene. I don't care if that speech is edgy. I don't care if it offends people. Hell, if it does, it's usually because it's funny when people are offended. It's amusing. It's the whole goal of comedy. Why do you think that half the people that have been deplatformed lately are comedians? Not even political in most cases. The people getting called hateful tend to be people who either originated in or are solely involved in comedy and satire. Babylon Bee's CEO getting banned by his own alma mater from speaking when he intended to basically go and make a bunch of jokes simply because he said something bad about BLM. So Bitchute is an invaluable component of fighting against cancel culture. And when a site has that many people, and when its top user is an unabashed, lifelong, well, since the mid-Obama era at least, libertarian, it kind of scraps the argument that the site's overrun by white supremacists. How many fucking white supremacists do you think are in this fucking world? The ADL still hasn't answered that one, and trust me, they never will. It's funny that Anti-Defamation League is engaged in daily defamation against independent content creators. Very interesting how that happens. Sort of like Antifa. Well, they're not really fighting fascism, they're just burning trash bins and throwing rocks at cops and playing with their own shit, apparently. Pooping in condoms and balloons and throwing it at people. It's their idea of a good time. They still get hired by private security firms. So yeah, you'll be able to check that out fairly soon. But that will be rolling out for the entire user base. I think the idea is that they're waiting on that because it's still processing the videos or something. So they just wanted people to like test it and give feedback. I used it briefly there and it works. It seems to index things just fine and is able to be filtered, which is something you don't really have on the current search on Bitchute is admittedly primitive. I've you know, pointed this out repeatedly, and I've sort of been doing everything that I can to get that prioritized, because as a desktop user, yeah, if you have BitSlide, that's fine if you're using a phone. I don't. I can't, because I'm lame. I'm outdated. I'm an old fossil. I'm like Joe Biden, except without dementia, I suppose. So yeah, link in the description to my Bitchute channel. Please do support me there. Second link will be to BitSlide for the phone users, and new search will be rolling out soon. And that's the last three, the big three. Commenting platform, app, embedded search feature. Once those are done, the site simply needs to get faster and more able to process things, and I assume that's, you know, next in the works. I'm extremely excited. I'm also highly caffeinated. That's about all. Peace out.